Hi there. Thank you so much for signing up to volunteer as house captain for this year's amazing Ansley Park Tour of Homes. We are so thankful for all of you. We could not have done it, especially without our house captains. You guys are the ones really running the show on Saturday and Sunday. So, from the bottom of my heart and the committee's heart, thank you so much. So you signed up to be a house captain, and now you're wondering, what's next? What did I sign up for? What do I do? Where's my information? All of these questions, right? Thank you for being patient with us as we get that information out to you. So you should have just received an email with your home flow tour. That's step one really of this, is open up that email and review that tour flow. The tour flow is your specific home's orientation, basically, as to how the tour guests will arrive and how they'll navigate and proceed through the house, and then how they'll exit. So step one of all of this is, please familiarize yourself with that home flow before Saturday or Sunday. Step two, Saturday or Sunday, you have to show up to the house. Please show up at 10 a.m. latest. Your volunteers will be arriving at 10:30, and I imagine you'll need some time to familiarize yourself with the physical space and associate, your home flow tour on paper with the actual physical space. So show up at 10 to allow yourself some time to just, get to know the space, and where the rooms are and where you'll be placing volunteers, and also what rooms will be roped off. And part of step two is find the check-in table. Everything will already have been set up. We're not asking house captains or volunteers to do any setup. So everything you need will already be set up. And you're going to want to find your house kit, which will be on the check-in table. This house kit includes some basic first aid things like Band-Aids, paper towels, wipes, but it also includes a few important pieces of paper, one being a tally sheet for guests. So we're asking whoever is the front guest check-in volunteer, whether it's yourself or another volunteer, to take a manual tally of each tour guest. It's also going to include name tags for yourself and for the volunteers, so tour guests can identify everyone working on this year's tour. It's going to include a clipboard with your volunteer list. It's going to include the brochures that you'll be handing out to each tour guest, and also booties, which are these little disposable socks that we'll be asking all tour guests to wear when they're inside the physical spaces. So step two is get in the house, find your house kit, familiarize yourself with the house. Step three, meet your volunteers. So volunteers will be arriving at 10:30. That's the first shift. And we've sent out information to all volunteers, but I imagine when they show up, they're going to have some questions, mainly, where do I go? And as house captain, it's going to be your responsibility to show each volunteer where their designated space in the home is. So get your volunteers situated, meet them, answer as many questions as you can that they might have. And then step four is let the show begin. So the tour begins at 11. Guests will be arriving at the home. You or a volunteer will be meeting them at the check-in, and you'll be scanning their tickets. So their tickets will either be on their phones with a QR code, or they also have the option to print it. You can use your phone to scan the QR code. No app is required to download. All you need is a smartphone with a camera. Once they check in, you'll hand them a brochure. You'll make sure they put on the booties, and then you will greet them into or guide them into the home. And then as they flow through the home, the volunteers will be showing them that flow and helping guide each of them throughout the house. And I think that's it. So if you have any other questions, or if I didn't cover anything, there's a good chance I may have missed something. We've been running around like crazy these last few days trying to get everything put together. So if I did forget something, please forgive me, but you will have my contact information, the committee's information, everyone's number that's listed on that page. Please do not hesitate to text or call us. But first we ask, to empower yourself as best as possible to be self-sufficient. If you think you can, answer a question like maybe a volunteer doesn't show up, or maybe a homeowner suggests we need to rope off an additional room, things like this that are inevitable that come up please do empower yourself to make the decision first. And then if you need help, please don't hesitate to call us. We will be floating around from house to house, and we are available to help. Again, thank you so much. This is going to be amazing, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you. See you soon. Bye.